tell I mean business today. I've got my briefcase with me. This video, some people are going to sympathise with me, and some people are going to think, what an idiot. Let's find out what I'm on about. I really don't get it. What?
No, like if you had a dog, it would just go over or under it. And
one thing that really annoys me is when people screw things into the caravan and make modifications. And I understand that we don't all want the same thing, but there's a line that needs to be drawn in the sand, and don't cross this line, and the line's been crossed with this caravan. So let's have a look what I'm on about.
especially when they're so new as well. It's not so bad when they're older, is it? But when they're so new.
It's a 2020 caravan. It's just, as I say, it's only just come in, so it's just starting to clean this up. And I don't know whether you can already spot that, like, there's hooks being placed around the caravan here, there and everywhere. And when you start to actually look closer, and it's a cracking, absolutely beautiful caravan, there's nothing major, there's nothing really sort of seriously wrong with this caravan, but it's just literally that the first owner and they literally had it not even 12 months, and they decided to modify it and screw things on, and you'll see now that we're left with
little holes.
Yeah, little holes where they've put things on. Same on here, they've had things screwed. I don't know for the life of me what the hell that they'd have had screwed here, there and everywhere. And there's a thing by the door.
And there's some, were those stickers original or not?
Well, that was the dealer who tried to cover up some of the holes when they sold it to the previous gentleman. But there's a rail. There's a rail. Can answer? Let us know in the comments
what that would be for.
What could this be? It might be your van. What's that for? Is it that you've got the world's smallest person stopping with you, or you need some hanging rail for your Barbie dolls? I don't know.
It's like Home Alone, isn't it? A burglar trip hazard.
I really don't get it. What?
No, like if you had a dog, it would just go over or under it. And
now the problem is that when we come to sell this caravan, how do we? Oh yes, yeah. It's a special little feature, this one. You get your dirty wet boots and you hang them on here. Yeah, that's what that's for. It's factory fitted. I don't get it. I understand some things, and we've just done a video about changing some of the little spotlights in a caravan, but actually swapping them for USB, something that isn't really, you've not screwed extra things all into the caravan and made a bit of a mess. Whereas this, they've put shelves in, and
he'd said they weren't straight, the shelves, didn't they?
Yeah, the shelves weren't straight, and I don't know. It was. They must have done it from brand spanking new. So what I'm going to do today is, if you've got a caravan that has got the same sort of a thing, is I'm just going to show you how we can try and fix it, how we can make it look a little bit better. We've got a proper kit that's a little bit old now, to be fair, but I'm just going to show you. You can buy little crayons off the internet, off eBay, off Amazon and whatever, and they're furniture crayons. And if you've got a similar sort of thing to this is how you can sort of try and fix them and make them look a little bit better. If you start off with maybe a little screwdriver, and what I'm trying to do is just turn the edges back over of where the screw's been, and just try to actually make it a little bit flush, and sort of push the middle of the hole back in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a crayon, a coloured crayon that's similar in colour to the other bits on there. I'm going to try and lose it, not hide it, but lose it. So just sort of blend in.
So you wouldn't put anything in the little bit of a hole?
Then? No, well this is going to actually sort of fill
the hole.
Fill it. And what we'll do is we'll just start with a colour. And then work on.
Bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then they've normally got a few different colours in the pack that you can sort of just go through and try, and even if you get the wrong colour, it doesn't particularly matter. You can just go back over it. And then the other thing that you can do is get the pens, so you can get the little touch-up pens that are for the wood. Now these are difficult, and what you want to do with these pens is do it in an area that
looks a bit dark,
isn't really visible. And all that I'm trying to do is just touch in
the grain.
Yeah. And then again, if you're not quite happy, just go back over it. But it's just trying to darken it down, and then if needs be, we'll go back over again. And if you take a little bit longer, I'm trying to do it fairly quick just to try and keep the video fairly quick. But if you take a little bit of time with all the different colours, you can actually get it to fairly disappear. And it's just trying to match the grain back in. Go back in with a slightly too dark a colour now. And it's just sort of blending the colours. And you're not gonna be able to 100% all of the time get it an absolute perfect match. But all that we're trying to do is just lose having that hole there, so it doesn't catch your eye quite as much. Try on the ones at the bottom, and again, sometimes it's scary to take off the stickers, and if they feel like they're on there quite well, you can try and heat them up and try and sort of use a little hairdryer just to heat them slightly, and then they'll come off. I'm going to end up leaving these just in case it does cause any damage underneath. And again, we're just going to try and turn the edges of this in. And sometimes just literally turning the edges in will make them look better. But it's just something that really annoys me, and it might not annoy you, it might be sort of not so much of an issue as it is to me, but yeah, it really winds me up. And again, we'll start with a lighter colour just to get a bit of base colour in. Again, you can blend the colours. As I say, if you have a look on the internet, you'll be able to find the different packs that are different shades and different colours, and you'll be able to then see and find a set that's as close to the wood colours in your caravan as possible. And again, then it's with these crayons, it's just literally working it in, and then trying to go for a slightly darker colour and try and get it into the grain. But it's just going to take your eye off of any big issues. You can also get these little stickers, and you can get the coloured stickers from the internet as well. And again, we've got a couple of little sort of bits where whatever it is that's been hanging on here has literally just scratched the surface, and just instead of it being a white colour, it might just be then that I remove this. As I say, it just stops anybody asking any questions then of what is it, what was it for, why was it there, and I honestly don't know. And it's just then blending in as best as possible. And then in the cupboard, I think in this one, they've got some holes where again they've had a shelf. So again, it's just literally then going in with the different coloured crayons, trying to fill those in as best as possible. Just get a covering on there. Now our set did come with loads of different things and different blending materials, and you can just do it with your sort of your hand and your finger and a cloth, to be fair. And it does a similar sort of job, and again it might just be that you need to fill it in a few times just to try and get the surface filled in and lose any holes. But it's just one of my pet hates. And if you, as I say, have bought a caravan where you've got a similar sort of a thing, hopefully this might just help you of how to fill them in. And again, I'm trying to do it quickly, but just give you an idea of how you can get to lose them. And again, then you can go over with a sort of furniture polish and just polish the whole area with a cloth. I've not got any of. Oh yeah, he's left some of his bits and pieces in here, so we've got a few different polishes and what have you. Just with a cloth then, just blending the area in. And again, I think if you know that they're there, it's always going to draw your eye to it, but it looks a hell of a lot better than big holes in the units and whatever. And as I say, when we've got areas then like with the hooks, it's a case of how far do you go. It's a lot easier if the stuff isn't put on there in the first place, but it is what it is, and all that we can do then is just try and make it look as best as possible and just try and tidy it up. So if you're thinking about going in your caravan, screwing all things in, just think about us and trying to, fair enough doing things, but it's trying to do it in a way where you can remove it and it doesn't really give a lasting marks and damage, etc. onto the caravan. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark from Caravan Place.